I got some artists like, on deck that I could,
Mhm.
that we could collab with to make it, more publicized or more, you
Right.
know, more people. What's
I'm with
that?
it.
Yo,
You up here?
who?
Hey,
Hey, Robert.
yo, that's wild because I don't even see you up here.
That's crazy.
Man, we just everything pulled up. What's good? What's
Yeah.
good?
Let's
What's
see.
good, y'all? Well
Let's see
back.
what happens.
Hey,
Roll
Robert.
back. Roll back.
What's good?
Yeah,
What's good?
people is thanking us for dropping all of this,
Uma,
the clarity for people. Yes.
when the last time you talked to Type of Jet?
That's a good
Why?
question. That's a good question.
You know I'm from the hip,
Why?
right?
Huh?
You know I shoot from the hip.
Oh, why?
It's a saying. I mean, I get straight to the point. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so when the last time you talked to Type of Jet?
Not too long ago.
You're like, how long ago?
Let's just say not too long ago.
So at this point, does she need money for lawyers?
Nah, she don't need no money.
What does she need? What is she asking for?
We don't need. She don't need no lawyer money. She ain't asking for nothing. She just been trying to expose this stuff.
Pop was saying he would come home in 2021.
Mm-hmm.
All right. He hasn't come home.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the problem?
So
What's going
what's
on?
going on?
That's what I want to know. I'm
What's
curious
been
about
going
that.
on is that people been gatekeeping and people been blocking people. That's really what's going on. So as you see how they're all on a campaign of let's take Tabitha down, it's because Tabitha has access to my father without them, and she's been trying to help in regards to his freedom, trying to
So
help
here's
with
what I
certain
need
things.
you to
So
do right here.
uh-huh.
I need you to tell Tabitha to get in contact with me.
I feel you
Okay.
say that.
Tell her to get in contact with me. And let's see if they can take Tabitha and Phase 1 down. Because my platform is big enough to shut down any motives, any moves, any motions that they think they're going to do. And anything that she wants to
Somebody
make
said they
publicly
can't hear
known.
us.
I
Huh?
no, I hear
I
you.
can hear
I hear
you.
you.
I can hear you. Mm-hmm.
Oh, y'all can't hear me?
No,
No,
I
I
we
can
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 hear
hear.
hear
I
you.
hear
you.
you.
We
Tell
can
So
hear
Tabitha
you.
go ahead.
get in contact with me. And anything she want to talk to me about, anything she want to make known publicly, anything she need help with, tell her to talk to me. And we'll figure out how to make that happen. Because it seems like everybody trying to play games. But we're not going another year.
Call has been forwarded.
We ain't doing another year. We ain't doing that because he was supposed to
Hold
be
on.
home already.
Right, and then niggas talking about it's a gateway open, but you can't find it because Dr. York in jail. So what's the point of telling people about a gateway?
Who said that?
When I'm watching their classes on Facebook.
Who said that, bro?
When
So you
I'm
talking about
so
Sabak?
right in Jersey they do online classes, and they
Mhm.
said a gateway open. What was that last year? It's going to be open until August. However, there's no point because Dr. York is in jail. He's the only person on the planet who knows what the vortex is. So you niggas,
Exactly. I was
so
telling them
if you
niggas
did
that
all,
in person.
so look,
I'm
if
like,
you
bro, what are y'all talking about? Because remember niggas said they were leaving August 12th.
right, you're not going nowhere. Where's the gateway at? Where's that?
They ain't going nowhere. Listen, there'll be a media shower this year. Watch. Around August 11th, 12th, somewhere around that time, it'll be a media shower people going to be talking about. And I promise you, they're going to be talking about the vortex and getting up out of here. Listen, all them games is over with, though. Like I said, it's all
Hello?
over because we already done tested
Yeah.
all that. They don't know what they're
Yeah.
Hey,
talking about.
Phase,
Yeah.
Tabitha's right here.
Oh
Tabitha,
shit.
what's going on?
Hey.
Hello? Yeah, Tabitha.
Peace. Listen,
Uh
I don't know you. I don't really know if you know my family. But I told Uma to tell you to get in contact with me because from what I'm 25 years old. My name is Faise 1. If you haven't
Okay.
already heard the song
Well,
that
how
I did, it was called
old are you?
Pops. Huh?
Yeah, I think I did see. And did you do the song that called 21 Savage Come Back or something
I
like that?
did. I
That was
did.
you?
Yeah, that was me. Letter to 21 Savage.
Okay, yeah. I'm on the strength of Care. I know her mother and I know her father very well. And so on the strength of her, I'm gonna trust that you're a worthy brother. So don't worry about anything. That's just
Hey, look, I'm telling you. Listen, here's what I'm saying. Here's what it is, right? I just sat here and listened to, before I got back on here, I just sat here and listened to the phone call that I received literally in my messages on Facebook from August 8th of 2021 is when I was given this phone call, right? Of you speaking to Dr. Malachi York, right? Or Pops back then. And Pops was, the last words was to you when you were asking him, what do you need me to do? And you know what I'm saying? And when were you gonna see him? And all those other things that you were asking at the end. He was saying, you're gonna see me, you're gonna see me before you'll hear from me.
Yeah.
Right? He was explaining all of that.
Hold on.
From there to
One
now,
second, y'all. I'm
huh?
sorry. I don't want to cut y'all off, but I just want to say this real quick. This guy Lifeway, who supposedly have blocked my page after I received disrespect from him and his wife, needs to get off my page right now. Why don't you continue to block yourself, brother? Because you're
I
not
don't fuck
wanted
with
here.
Lightweight.
Lifeway, we
I
already
don't
know
want,
you're a
yeah, I don't
scam
fuck with him.
artist.
He already know that.
Yeah, we already know you're a scam artist. I'm gonna just go ahead and block you too. Yeah, I'm gonna block you also. We already know you're scamming, brother. Keep going.
I don't fuck
Okay,
with him.
y'all, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So
I had to block him.
here's my thing to the sister, Tabajet. Am I saying that correct, Tabajet?
Yes, you said my name correctly.
My whole thing to you is I want to talk to you off this live, because I'm telling you right now what I want to talk to you about and what I got questions about. I'm not gonna be able to say on here. I'm not gonna be able to ask you, but while I can speak on here, I'm going. If what we can do, look,
All
it's
right,
good
I'll do that.
news. It's good news that you saying that you're able to walk with me and trust me. Let me tell you something. As soon as I'm able to hear your voice and have that conversation with you and ask these questions and get these answers, if right in that moment it's all divine, I'm going to help you. Whatever it is you're saying that we need to do, because everybody else I'm asking, last time, listen, niggas telling me they don't got information for me. Is niggas that's still working with people that's behind the scenes that had hands in this shit. Every time I go to one of the bookstores and the temples, it seems like it's some weird energy, some weird shit moving behind the scenes that nothing to do with any of this. We done with all of that. I heard Pop say that it could have been over. People ain't, he said, he even said to you, he's like, if you want to help, go to Sakina humbly or talk to Victoria humbly. The problem is he said everybody thinks they're right.
Yep.
Everybody thinks that this is what he was saying on the call. I know you know this because you were there. So I'm just telling you, I'm not one of those people who, I don't want to keep hearing about some shit like I'm watching YouTube, excuse my language, like I'm watching a video. No, I'm gonna talk to whoever it is. I built this platform up for this reason. Pops is not gonna sit in there another year. If you need lawyer retaining fees, whatever it is, after I done talked to you and sat with you, had conversations with you, we're gonna make sure whatever it is that can get Pop out immediately, effective immediately, is gonna be done. And anybody who's having an issue with anybody who's helping Pops, they must have something to fear about.
Yeah,
they got
like this person, mother vegan
ahead.
something. I don't know. That's what's his name? Lifeway's wife or something like
Kim.
that.
That's
Honey,
Kim.
get off my page. I don't even know you people. Yeah, I don't know these people, but the fact that they fought, like, get off my page. Well, another person to
That's
block.
Kim. She ain't nobody.
Block.
She the runaround.
That's okay. She's a block. Obviously, she's a used mattress.
That ain't nobody. Ain't no problem.
A used mattress.
She on the leash. She gonna do whatever Lightweight send in there to do. That's all she do.
She got the wrong person. Don't
Say
come at me,
bark, she
honey.
gonna meow. That's it. That's all. That'd be the only variation.
Don't
What's
come
sad?
at me,
You know what's
honey.
sad?
What?
What's sad is all y'all is very powerful. And from a student, I wish all y'all could get along. To be honest.
Hold on, real quick, Sunrise. So Tabajet, you can get in contact with me. You can.
Yeah, I
want
yeah,
Uma to send you my information. I want you. Listen, I'm not playing no games. Anybody know me? I don't play games. This ain't none of this. This could have. I didn't even tell her to get you on here. I just told her to get you to me, and I'm gonna talk to you, and we'll have the conversation. And like I said, I'm not playing. My whole life has been this.
Yeah, but you know how you know how I am. I'm do it directly. Here you go. Ain't got nothing to
I don't
hide,
have no
right? We
problem with
don't
it.
never got nothing to hide.
I don't
So,
have no problem with that. I'm just
you
saying,
know,
let's get it done. I want to have that conversation with you and find out. I will be listening. Whatever it is you need me to know, because I got questions. Whatever it is you need me to know, I'm trying to hear it.
Coming out.
Yep. Okay. Keep coming out.
Because we are all finally working together.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And that's all he wanted us to do. And when I used to call him all the time, he used to tell me, humbly go to this one, humbly. And when I go to them, it's the same game, the same energy you felt when you went to the bookstore.
Yep.
That's what them niggas did to me. And that's why Sakina ass is getting ready to go down.
You talking about with my aunt, that same bad energy.
See, the thing is this, how Baba broke it down is they're trying to assassinate him, but what they're trying to do is they're trying to make sure that the blood is not on their hands. So if something happens to him while he's incarcerated, then they could blame it on the system and blame it on the prison and say, oh, it was ADX. They did this, they neglected him, this and that. Meanwhile, they out here playing games, stealing everybody money, lying, and playing games. And blocking the people that really care, the people that really care want to see him home. They'll either block you, steal your ideas, or after they find out what you're doing, take your ideas and sabotage it, and then you back at square one again. You understand what I'm saying? Like you walking down an up escalator. It is irritating, So
I have a question. I got a question. What was going on? What was going on with the meeting that you were supposed to be in, but Fatima York blocked you? There was some other people that blocked. What happened with that? If you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, that was deep. Oh, okay. See, what happened was this. I was when the math teacher told us to move from Athens, Georgia to Decatur. When I got to Decatur, the math teacher wrote me and asked me to get with these three brothers called the Wisemen. All right. One brother named Dentutt Ray, whose name is Charles Aron. Another brother, I forgot what his Sabian name is. His name is Amir, and another brother called Jamie L. Now, these brothers was on some real serious stuff on fighting for the math teacher to get out. Very intelligent. And the math teacher called them the wise men because it was three of them, right? And so when they got down to Colorado and they were working with me and explaining to me how Washington, D.C. operate from three different levels, and I had to tell them, listen, just talk street with me. Don't get all intellectual and all that other stuff. Just keep it black and white with me, because I don't got all the time to be going through the hoops to find things out. So they broke it down to me how Congress works. They explained to me about the Judiciary Committee, and they explained to me about the congressmen and which people in Congress had the status. Who had the power to impeach a judge, because Judge Charles Ashley Royals, he going down. He has we have right now, the information that I have on the judge is enough to get him impeached. But it's too many, I got too many enemies and people working against me, or Baba would have been out already. So what happened was, when I went to Congressman, he told me Congressman Hank Johnson is also one of those on the Judiciary Committee. And so when we moved to Decatur, Georgia, my zip code fell into the category of me being his constituent. So I went to the congressman's office, filled out paperwork, got in contact with his community outreach director, Mr. Eric T. Ubben. They all know me. So what happened was, the congressman, I explained to him about what happened with the judge, blah, blah, blah. And he said, I can't act as an attorney. I can review it, but I cannot act as an attorney. And and I was explaining that to the master teacher, and he would write me back, giving me instructions on what to do. So make a long story short, I got in contact with this brother named Charles Mallory through the internet, because what he was trying to do was he was trying to get the State Department, right, to acknowledge the master teacher's diplomat as with full immunity. Now, I got all this stuff that I'm telling you on tape, recordings with me and the master teacher having conversations. I got over 15 recordings with us talking, with me trying to fight to get him out, and also fight black devils in the tribe that was fighting to keep him in. So now what happened was, the master teacher, the brother Charles Mallory, who's supposed to be a Sabian, is from Washington, D.C., and he worked for the Secretary of Defense. So he was in cahoots with Fatima York, who is Waqid, Dale Elaine Brown's daughter. And when I reached out to him, I thought he was a woman, because he said something. He was trying to get everybody to sign some petition to the State Department for Hillary Clinton. So I said to him, the master teacher said to stick with our own race. And I said, listen, I got a connection with Congressman Hank Johnson. I can link you up with him, with Congressman Hank Johnson. And I said, in that way, we can get this straightened out with Bob's State Department information, right? With him being a diplomat with full immunity. Now you got people that will say that Dr. Malachi York is not a diplomat, but he is. In fact, there was an international attorney that I had hired. The family helped me get the money together, and when I was living in Florida, they were international federal appeal attorneys. And even the woman, and I got this documented too, she looked at the paperwork and said, this is authentic. And she asked Baba, Dr. York, I don't understand. Help me understand, with all these documents and all this information, how the heck are you still in there? And I got that on tape too. And I'm going to play part of that audio on my tape down YouTube with Sakina coming up on March the 10th. So now to speed you back up, I had to tell you that so you can understand. So what happened was Dr. Malachi York had asked me when I told Charles Mallory, listen, I'll set up a meeting with you, with the congressman, because I know him. I know his community outreach director, and I also know his scheduler. You can talk with him and get him to find out what's up with the State Department and why is Dr. Malachi York a diplomat with full immunity still incarcerated. So Baba was real happy, right? The math teacher wrote me a letter. I wrote him after I spoke with Charles Mallory and made sure it was okay and okayed with him. He wrote me back and said, I need you to get with Fatima York and make sure that Fatima York is in on this meeting. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I was so upset. I was like, what? So I said, maybe he's just saying that. Then he wrote me again. I got a letter like 4 days later. He was like, I'm telling you now, Papa Jack, make sure that Fatima York is in on this meeting. I'm going to be very upset with you if she's not there.
Mm-hmm. I know.
So my mind, I'm like, okay. So I called her. Told her, listen, Baba wants you to be in on the meeting. Blah, 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 blah. I sent her a copy of the letter. I took a picture of it and said, Baba wants you there in the meeting. So me, a sister named Saada, we go down there together. We travel to D.C. because Saada was the sister that did the audio called Mystery Behind Closed Doors. So she had a camera and stuff. That's a whole nother story. But she came with me. So while we were in a hotel, Fatima is on her way down with two sisters that she got driving with her from Atlanta to D.C. So she calls me and says, Charles Mallory calls me and says, Papa Jet, you're not allowed in this meeting. I said, what do you mean I'm not allowed in the meeting? I'm the one that set the meeting up. He said, and I said, it took me a lot of hard work and studying to even get with Hank Johnson to get them involved with this stuff. And I said, how are you going to just kick me out the meeting? And he said, Papa Jet, I don't want you coming. I said, why? Why? He said, because I said so. And so I hung up on him. I said, okay, well, see you there. Hung up. And then Fatima calls me and she says, you're not allowed in the meeting. I said, why am I not allowed? They know me. I said, I'll set the meeting up. So it was Charles Mallory, Secretary Nippy from the Liberian Embassy, and Fatima York, all met with Congressman Hank Johnson. And the reason why they didn't want me there, and I got this on tape too, was because the math teacher said that they falsified documents to the State Department and said that Baba was an honorary diplomat, not a diplomat with full immunity, and that he's a citizen. And they did something else when they falsified paperwork and said that Baba was a citizen of the United States. So that's what that happened. And so the day that they told me that they was going to kick me out the meeting, I thought maybe the math teacher wanted me to invite Fatima, and that he just wanted them there. So, I just fell back and I was like, okay, she's threatening me, talking about she's going to punch me in my face when she see me. She's trying to start an argument with me. I said, I know what you're trying to do, Fatima. I said, I'm from Brooklyn too. That's an old school game you running. I said, I've done nothing to you, but you try to start an argument with me. So then Charles Mallory calls me and said, if you show up, we're going to cancel the meeting. So I wanted that meeting to take place. So that's why I didn't show up. And the next day, I went to the embassy, to the Liberian embassy, and spoke with Ambassador Nathaniel Barnes, and he confirmed that Baba was a diplomat with full immunity. And Saada was there with me, and I have pictures, and I also typed out, because we recorded the conversation, and I redacted it and typed everything out with what he said. So to speed you up again, so you'll understand what took place. So what they did was they didn't want me there, and the reason why was because they falsified documents to the State Department, which is a federal crime. Okay, Charles Mallory is a federal agent. Fatima is a federal agent, and Secretary Nippy works for the government of Liberia, but he's an agent too. And their job was to keep Malachi York incarcerated because he planned on taking thousands of people to West Africa, Liberia. So it's the same thing what they tried to do to Marcus Garvey is what they tried to do with Dr. Malachi York. But see, the difference is we're in a different day and time, and the people that are here, the mentality of like me, I'm from the hip hop generation. Ain't no sucker in me. You feel me? And so I don't. We're a different breed of people. So it's like we don't give a damn about snitches get stitches. We don't like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different kind of mentality, especially me being born and raised in Brooklyn. So I started. So being that they didn't work with me and they sabotaged that with Baba and try to sabotage everything I do. Also practicing witchcraft, doing voodoo, sacrificing animals. I mean, these niggas done did everything under the sun that you could think of that a devil would do to keep Dr. Malachi Z. York locked up. They even tried to come for me. But see, now, like I said,
That's why he asked me to do the spiritual work for him to reverse that stuff. Go ahead.
Right.
Listen, because, okay, mind you, I'm 25, all right? However, I was there. I was on Tom and Ray. I experienced it. I remember the day they came and took Dr. Malachi Z. York, and I remember the last time when they put the black bar in front of the pylons, it said we couldn't come back on the land, even though we still, hypothetically, went back on the land, and we was able to retrieve certain books, and I saw Yeshua's statue nailed into the ground. I was there. I experienced a lot of things. One of the things I remember that happened around like I was 6 or 7 years old because they took it in 2005. One of the last things I remember from being around the community was that they were talking about people were doing spell work on Pops, right? So what? Because I remember everybody had moved to Athens at one point in time. There was a lot of other shit going on. Who was behind? Because this was the big thing. That was kind of like it was floating around like it was a rumor. Then it became some people was there. They said they witnessed it. Who was behind the casket spell or the coffin spell? It wasn't successful. Huh? Go ahead.
It was Dale Elaine Brown because she was dating a mortician at the time.
I'm glad you said that too because I didn't know. But go ahead.
And she was dating a man who was a mortician, and it wasn't a big. I thought that when I was told about it, I thought it was a big casket, but it wasn't. It was a casket the size of a baby. Now, what's deep about that is it was a white casket, right? Now, what's deep about that is there's an elder, right? She's an elder now, but back then she had a child that died, a little baby boy that died, and she lost her baby, and she had a funeral a burial thing where she buried her baby, and it was in a white casket. And she told me that Dale, who y'all call Rocky, I call her Dale because that's her name. Dale and her mortician boyfriend was at her funeral, and she said, Papa Jet, I'm trying to figure out. In my mind, I was saying, what are they doing here? Because I don't even rock with Rocky. I don't talk to her or her husband. I don't even know them, and I've never had a dealings with them, and she said it bugs her out to see them there at her funeral. So what I'm thinking is that they took the baby boy that died, they used that fetus that died in the casket and did the ritual with that dead body. You understand what I'm saying? To make sure that Papa would never get out.
Well, you know what? That makes sense. It makes sense because remember I told you I was requested to do the tone ceremony over there, and she was blocking me.
Wait a minute, you were supposed to go to the
store. No, yeah, my father told me to go to the store and do the sound bowl reading thing that I was supposed to do. He knows that I'm, because he asked me to go get my initiation to Batala. So he told me to go do some spiritual work over there, cleanse the air before they start dickering in tones for him. But she made sure the place wasn't open.
Oh, sure.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can rent out a place for the day.
I ain't worried about it now. I mean, my ceremony already
Wait,
done now.
Tabitha Jet.
They don't realize.
Wait.
I'm already a Obatala priest now, so she got something coming for her now. She
Wait.
wonder why she keep
Hold
falling down the
on.
stairs. Okay.
Hold on. Cause one thing about me, when it comes to any of these magic games and witches and warlocks and covens and hives and all of that, my sword is charged with righteousness.
Right.
It just gotta know where it's swinging.
Mm-hmm.
You mean to tell, first of all, Tabitha Jet, how do you know this?
Because one of the persons that was at the ritual wrote a confession letter to Baba, and Baba asked him to read it to the family. And instead of reading it to the family, his mate gave it to me because he was involved in some homosexuality with a few brothers as well. And so he told me about it. And I spoke to one of the persons who I gave them my word that I wouldn't give up their name, and my word is my bond. It was somebody that was there.
I understand that.
Someone that participated in it, and they confessed to the master teacher, but they died. The male who was participating in it, he's gone now. He transitioned.
How did he transition? What happened?
I don't know. He had some type of something going on with his liver.
Spirit work.
And he tried. And he spoke to
Actually,
Bob.
I think a lot of people who were rumored to have participated are now sick. Grave.
Mm-hmm. And if not dying, yes, they are. Dropping like flies.
Including the one who you're naming to be the...
He said his wife told me that he wrote Baba because he felt he was having nightmares. He said he couldn't sleep. He said he felt like there was a spirit on him.
That'll do it. That'll happen every time.
He said he was feeling like he was losing his mind.
Mm-hmm.
And he was feeling confused. And then he wrote Baba to confess and apologize for what he did. Because he said he know when he leaves, he's not going to a good place.
Didn't I say that? Who? Listen, before you got on here, I was saying that people were getting visited. Now, I don't know this. This is just what it came out of my mouth, meaning it wasn't something anybody told me. I said, but these folk been getting visited. They've been receiving visits because some people you can't reach over there to. It's some people who you should have asked your spiritual advisors about. But I don't know how the fuck y'all didn't know to ask about Baba. That's why I said I got a song called Survive. Why I said y'all niggas acting like y'all the spiritual fathers. Why you think we call Malachi Baba? Why you think that Baba's sitting right there? Because some
Baba
people who
means
you not
Baba
supposed
Lao.
to play around with. The same shit that you be done thought you putting that shit over there is gonna reverse.
Yep, it sure is.
And they get on you. So for everybody who listening, what the Sister Tabitha Jet is speaking about is there certain legions who protect certain beings as they walk through hell. You don't think if the government could have assassinated Pop, they would have did that shit? You don't think if they thought that it would have even been a good idea to have tried when he was out here to do any of the things that people wonder? He been in there. Same reason why she said they'll try to make it seem like it's the prison system. But I just listen. I could play you Dr. York voice from just recently. I saw Pop standing in a tan uniform with the same smile that he was smiling when they first said he got 135 years. He was smiling in that same exact way. And the person who I went to the house to see, he was like, "Oh, you weren't supposed to see that, right?" And I told him, "No, I was supposed to see it because you dealing with a master chess player. I was supposed to be able to see him smile in that exact same way." I told people from the beginning, all right, Malachi York is not here by himself. He not fighting by himself.
Nope.
His name ain't gonna be drug in the mud. He got people like he said, what, the same ones who hadn't even touched the books yet? Well, we're grown now. And even if it's just one of me, if he was only talking about me, I'm grown now. And all magic, all that shit y'all been touching, all that other shit. Let me put this on record for you right now. Pops is not by himself. And on every single soul that's walking with and associated with me, anybody who ever pushed a pen, picked up a pap rock, lit up a candle in his direction, your number comes this year. Your number is
it's definitely going to. I mean,
particular year.
When you learn about spirituality, see, what a lot of people did was they threw away his pots that were on the land. There were things that he had that needed to be recreated, in which I have now myself, because I had to become a high priestess to be able to get this. And you have to be attached to the bloodline to be able to have access to some of this stuff. So that's why it was very important for certain things to be done spiritually for him. And we will move forward. This is why we're exposing a lot of things. And as you see, you know, a lot of these people, like you said, they are sick and they're very aware of how strong he is spiritually and how much stronger he's going to get even more now.
Exactly. Look, so who was it? It was I can't remember who it was. Was it? It was somebody that just went in. It was Barbara or Betty. It was Betty who, she was telling me when she went to go see him. This was years ago, maybe 2022. Yeah, 2022. She told me this. She said when they went to go see Pops, he was 45 years old. She said he's a 45-year-old man. He said he done buffed up. You know what I mean? He ain't walking around frail and leaning. You know what I mean? Talking about somebody who's damn near 80 years old. They say he. Go ahead.
No, you know what's happening? The phone is echoing back and forth for some strange reason. That's what y'all hearing right now. I was about to say, yeah, she gotta go.
I got an appointment in a few minutes, and I don't want to be driving off fast.
Definitely.
No, it's okay. We gonna get in contact. Hey, Tyler Jet, he ain't by himself. You know what I'm saying? He ain't by himself. I'm one of them.
Yeah, let's get this done, y'all. It needs to be put out there. So yeah, it's about that time. You know, let's get it done. That's it.
So hey, help me get that help us connect.
Yeah,
right, so we can go ahead and seal that up.
Yeah, text me his number so I can log it in my phone right now, okay?
All right, sis, I got you.
All right,
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I'm still here. Well, you see, I just wanted to let you know. So when you asked me, did you talk to her? I like, here, ring.
Hey, that needed to happen because what? My whole thing is I ain't know who was behind the shit. I just know that I've been hearing about this shit since I was younger. I'm the child who, if I saw injustice when I was younger, I didn't forget about it. I just knew I was too young to deal with it at that time. But I'm a deal with the shit when we get older. Like, ain't no such thing as I had to be 4 or 5 years old watching you fight my mama, but I'm 14 and you think you finna put your hands on her.
Right.
Last time my stepfather ever even shoved my mother. You understand? I was 14 years old. He just put his hand and shoved her. I hadn't even been around. And all that shit from back when I was 3, 4, 5 years old came out, and we rolling. You feel what I'm saying? And that's just the biggest thing. So I remember them conversations. I said, what? It's like that moment where it's like, who dares? Who dares?
Rotten Roots, I think
so
you should get off my page.
I already know what's about to happen because I know what happened when we started that green light movement. I know what happened when Brother Panic fell and all them warlocks and witches came together in Atlanta with somebody, we gonna open up the portals of Pan. I said, oh, these motherfuckers think they ready. They think they don't get it. You don't get what the green light was not a gimmick. This ain't no gimmick. When I said green was there, I told people there's an opposer. There's an opponent. And the opponent has always been the amber light.
What's up with this other dude? It's like him and his people's got a heart on for our page or something. The Lifeway dude. What's that about?
Lifeway is a jinn.
I know he's a jinn. Oh, I know. And everybody with him that follow him.
Bro, but you didn't get big with me in person.
Oh no. I already know he's a jinn.
You got big with Victor, the vegetable man. But you didn't get
he's a
big with
jinn.
me. You didn't get big with nobody who was associated with my people's in here now. I don't know why niggas would even get big. Well, you don't listen. Y'all post y'all whereabouts. You post when you gonna do events. You
Yep.
post
Facts.
everything you gonna get into. You
Facts.
post your places of business. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? So slow your roll, nigga. Cause I never
Mm-hmm.
know shit. I never know anything about anything. I was always at home. But
Yeah, because his
slow your
people
roll.
coming
You
in
ain't
here
you ain't never
trolling.
made no type of motion in no direction, bro. You a devil.
He sure is. He is a pure devil.
And all
That
the
man is a
niggas is
devil.
associated with you
Is
as devils, which is why they
the
can't
devil.
last
And
long
I
around your
agree.
life.
I agree. Everybody associated with that man is a devil too. That the woman you inserting in is a
That's
devil three. All these
why
people
they
are
show up.
devil.
Kim don't have no,
All of
she
them
has
devil.
no actual, everybody got a flame. Kim don't have a flame.
People are devils.
She doesn't
Anybody.
pop up unless she's been pushed into a direction. Why you sending your baby mama them? The same ones who couldn't stand on truth. Could none of them
Mm-hmm.
around Kiana, Nikki, none of those folks who's around him ever stand on truth.
I don't even know who all the rest of these people are. I
Exactly.
just know
These
that
are
these
people who
people were
would
coming at
look,
me
Atmos,
personally.
all that. Like,
Yeah,
listen,
yeah.
only
They
reason
was
why
coming at me
only
personally.
reason why
So
Atmos didn't get it is because the day that I was like really on one, I took a break and I went to go to a female in Stone Mountain. I was gonna kick it with a female. On my way to go kick it with a female, literally in Lithonia. I think it was Stone Mountain, Lithonia, one of them. I think it was the same shit. There was a lightning storm. And the lightning was hitting so strong, I couldn't move my fucking car. The rain was hitting so heavy, I'm going 3 miles per hour. Everybody had to pull over. And I heard it. He was like, ease up off my blood. Ease up off my blood. I said, Pop, you already know. Cause Lifeway start getting crazy. Lifeway talking about he wanna, like we could do magic. Lifeway, let's be real. You learned magic for one. And I never taught you shit. Let's get that clear. You didn't know shit about magic. Anything you came on your live to talk to people, I was there. You was going on live to talk to people about magic. You had literally just learned from me before you turned the camera on. When you were talking about the golden ratio and karma and all that, you're not a magician. You should stay over there with the commoners. This is not your field. So because niggas was talking about they were gonna light candles up, all kind of shit, I said, oh, okay, we finna get in that. This is what we do off a whim. I done trampled whole industries. What is a life wave? But because of the association, cause Atmos had got wrong too. Cause Eli threw a pool party. And when Eli York threw a pool party, he hit me up like, yo, I want you to come to this party. It's July 4th, 2022. So I want you to come to this party, da-da-da-da-da. I said, I'm with that, but if Atmos gonna be there, I'm not coming. Not because I got anything to worry about Atmos. His own family members is like, he not on that. But because, for one, if niggas get wrong, I'ma have to respond. It's in me. If niggas try to get on one, I'd rather not be there so niggas can be all right than for me to be there and they have to realize you think you know Phase One. But if you know anything about my family, Bodie, Pepnut, whoever, you know we ain't never barred none. So I said, I'm gonna come, but if Atmos is there, I ain't showing up. Right? He said, nah, it ain't gonna be nothing like that. It's just you, me, we got some females coming through, da-da-da. I said, okay, cool, I'll be there. This nigga, Eli York, knew I said I wasn't gonna be there if Atmos was there. And that's it, I'm there for 30 minutes. All right. I don't know if the Sakina who you talking about is the same Sakina because they introduced me to a Sakina, interestingly enough, when I was there. That's crazy. Right? I don't know if that's the same one. I'm gonna check though, I'll find out.
it's
Ain't
her
nothing
name.
to find out.
Her real name is Patricia Lewis.
Is she dark skinned?
No, she's not dark skinned. She's a fair skinned, older woman too. It's
Okay,
not
then
a
that ain't
young. Yeah,
her.
it's
That
not
wasn't
a
her.
young.
That wasn't her. Right. So long story short, Atmos came there. He wasn't by himself. They all tried to get on some bullshit. I was gonna handle my business, make my call, da-da-da-da-da, because we were right there in Mechanicsville. The shit was finna go down. And I even got on my live after the show, like, y'all had to really just, you know what I'm saying, change my mind about some shit, because Atmos was like, yo, we can get the guns involved and everything. And I said, oh, you told me you can get the guns involved? I said, look at this. I said, I got my shit right here on me now. I said, what y'all niggas trying to do? I said, my shit right here now. That's when Sal got involved. Sal was like, I was like, I said, you know what? Hold on, stay right there. Let me make a call. I got on the phone. Sal was like, what that supposed to mean? I said, nigga, you know what the fuck that supposed to mean? I just said I'm making a call. All y'all niggas here? Okay, y'all stay right here. Fuck you mean? What's supposed to mean? And then Sal got on one. And then the shit panned out, but some told me to go ahead dip out. Because anything I do, it gotta be that. I can't what do you call it? Pump fake. You know what I'm saying? That's it. It's exactly one call. That's all. Indeed. You feel what I'm saying? I can't pump fake. So someone said, go ahead and just leave. So I went ahead and just left. But then Sal found out later that Bodie is my father. He was like, and then we had the family day event. Sal walked up to me and was like, yo, I didn't know that Bodie was your father. He apologized. He was like, yo, I should never did that. I didn't handle that right. Your father took care of me. And we handled that like men. Almost just tried to get on one foot out of Hamburg of the niggas who was around him, and he got big. He had some other, I can't remember the light-skinned dude name, but you, Uma, you told me some shit about that because the light-skinned nigga who right there with him, who supposed to be, I think his stepfather, somebody, was tied to another nigga named what? It was iTunes or something like that. But
you talking about you? Are you talking about who you talking about? Let me get that right before I say.
Osmosis step. Whoever that light
You
skinned
talking
ass
about
nigga.
you talking about his stepfather, who is Musique's. I believe that's also Musique's father or something like that.
Yes,
Who
because
was also tied into, that was known to be a child molester also, but
exactly,
yeah,
Sheesh.
Because when we were
What?
at June
yeah, his
26th
stepfather's a child molester.
celebration in
Go ahead.
2022, I was wondering why everybody was just chilling and kicking it, and we weren't doing what everybody does to celebrate Pop's birthday. The main thing, play his music, right? So I'm like, damn, ain't nobody playing his music. You ain't even playing the music that was dedicated to him or written by him. Everybody was just chilling. So I went to the stereo and I put on, the first song I put on was by Talib, by Music Soul Child, Love, right? And I was singing it, and I was telling the sisters who was kicking it near me, I said, this was dedicated to Dr. York. Music Soul Child, literally dedicated. He came to the Tom Ray. I was there and performed. My mama was there. She was sitting up there, stand up there in the front because she was pregnant and she couldn't see, so she went and stood up in the front, right? And he was singing. He was laughing because she came up there, and everybody was like, why she get to do that? You know what I mean? But he performed that on the land, and after that, I think it was Dr. York came up and hugged him, something like that. My mama could come in and back up everything I'm telling y'all. So I'm singing, I'm telling the sisters, I'm like, yeah, so this is one of them songs that's dedicated to him. And I started telling about Wake Up Everybody and Ain't No Stopping Us Now, all this other stuff. And while I'm singing the song, I look over and I see Atmos and whoever the light-skinned potato head looking nigga is. I'm looking at them, they just staring a hole in my face. And I'm like, damn. So I kind of like walk over the niggas. First of all, the niggas acting weird, right? Second of all, it's like that wasn't even the same energy. Cause Potato Head, man, as soon as he seen me at the woke back a month prior, he was like, "Yo, Phase One, I heard the call you just made happen on Clubhouse. Da 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 da, whoop the woo. You know what I mean? You standing up for Pops. Da 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 da." It all changed after that situation that happened with the little sister that Atmos and whoever the Beyond 5D nigga wanted, and they thought she wanted me, so they had a whole issue with me. Long story short, I don't know Music Soul Child, but my family them do, right? So I never said I knew them. There was another thing. I never said I was Dr. York's son. Everybody been saying Pops or Baba since before I was even born. So for some reason, because I was saying Pops, Atmos was going around telling niggas that I was saying that Dr. York was my biological father. When anybody who know me, anytime anybody ever asked me if that was my biological father or my actual dad, I said no. And anybody who also knows Bodie knows he had a whole teaching with Young Elder, said Bodie Ray Love, as Phase One, something, or why is Phase One here? And he was explaining I've always said Bodie is my father. I've always said that. But for
I was
some reason,
recently told that he was going for presidency.
Yeah, that's 2018.
Oh, that's
you know what I mean? He's still doing it
okay,
now.
okay.
No,
Yeah, he's still doing it now.
doing it now.
Yeah,
He's still doing it. Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
he's still doing
So
it now.
I was curious about that because that was definitely presented to me. People were telling me about how he was going for presidency now.
Yeah. My
You know,
point
I
being,
hope he wins so he can
I
pardon
ain't
my,
never say Dr.
pop.
York. I ain't never disrespect none of the family to say that was my actual biological dad. So that's a delusion. Niggas be
Well, I
having
don't know if you
delusions.
noticed, but a lot of people, they will say pops, 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 and there's a lot of people that watch and they don't know who his real kids are, and these people, they won't clear that up, and that's another thing.
And that's
You
my
know, they
thing.
won't
Like, yeah.
differentiate it.
So I agree with that, and I also stand on the other side of it to say I'm not finna clear that shit up every time I say Pops. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That's why I started off the Pop song. It's called Pops. When I said they say Pops.
So, look, with that being, but
I
look,
said
I'm
they
gonna
say
tell you
Pops.
something. I'm gonna tell you
Go ahead.
something. With that being said, these little statements like that be the reasons why his kids don't come around. Because it's like everybody's his kid. It's like, when do people start to respect the fact that this is his blood children, and his blood children should have some form of respect as to be his children themselves? You get what I'm saying? And that's another reason why a lot of his kids don't come around. But go ahead, keep
I
going.
respect that. I get it. That's why I say I respect that side, and I respect this side of, again, I'm not clearing that up every time I say Pops, just to make the children who don't even give a fuck about them comfortable. When I got messages of niggas like Atmos saying, I don't even know him enough to fuck with him. I definitely don't fuck with his teachings. You know what I mean? This is what these
Right.
niggas is talking like. That's how they speak on him behind the scenes.
What do you say?
I got the whole.
So, but these
Listen,
are.
Atmos was talking to one of my peoples. Listen, you know how I told you there's a higher science. It's called infiltration. That the FBI master, all from studying how masterminds worked in the past. So watch who y'all speaking around. Watch who you talking to. Watch who you texting. Because if you happen to randomly have a conversation about anything, Dr. York or Phase 1 or anything around what I'm doing, you might want to watch your fucking mouth, because it's not a random conversation. You know what I'm saying? So it's on record. Atmos himself was saying he don't fuck with Pops, and he don't fuck with his teachings. I got it in 4K. If this was my live, I'll pull up the messages. You feel what I'm saying? So here go the big thing. The big thing is, I respect your position, Uma. I respect that. However, before I was born, they called him Pops out of respect. In the hood that we come from, or if y'all come from the hood, you know, to this day, niggas are called an elder dad or unc, all right, or pop. All right, niggas in the hood, we be like, what's going on, dad? Or what's going on, unc? It's out of respect. We don't expect the nephew, nieces, or the children to come out and be like, that's my dad, that's my unc.
But
no, bro.
that's understandable with people that probably have been around him. But like, you got people that's coming out the woodwork that's just calling him Pops. Like, I got a DM full of people that just that be hitting me up, talk about, what's up, sis? You my sister, and I know these niggas ain't
that's what I'm
related
saying.
to me.
So
You get what I'm saying? They change their name to York and then try to convince me, like, as if I'm crazy, I'm supposed to just automatically accept them as my brother. I mean, so you see what douchebag did. You get what I'm saying? Look at these are just prime examples of why these people are able to get away with these type of things, because no one questions it.
Right. So then that's different. Like, you don't see no Faise York nowhere. You know what I mean?
No, you don't.
I
You
have an
don't.
identity, and my identity doesn't have anything to do with just some tones attached to people being able to call on me either. So some people are looking for, listen, same way Whitney used to say, some people looking for a hero. Some people want to belong to something. I get that. And y'all deal with that, because I could understand, like, people trying to take on a name or an identity that doesn't belong to them. That's different.
I just want to get my father out. And once my father's out, 9 out of 10 times, nobody will be able to get in touch with me. My IG itself will probably also disappear as well. And that's just real, because I'm not looking for nothing besides getting my father out. I'm going to continue to do what I do, helping children around the world, whatever I can. That's what I'm going to continue to do, because that's my passion. You get what I'm saying? But all of this, I have to literally stop my life to be able to do some of this stuff. I've been doing it for years. People have been trying to kill me over this stuff. I've had to dip and dodge, not only from regular society, but also my own family, who I do not trust, which is why these people don't know where I live. You get what I'm saying? So it's a situation where I just got to the point where I'm sick of it. I'm not going to continue, to get bullied, away from helping my father. And I'm at a position now in my life where, I'm able to do that and say certain things or bring out certain things and not have to worry about, someone might send somebody to my house or something like that, or there might be a red target beam at me. You get what I'm saying? So
Right.
that's where I stand. And it's very unfortunate as his kid that I have to say this, or that I had to live in a situation where I had to constantly look over my shoulders, and I still constantly continue to look over my shoulder. I mean, even when I said I was doing that tone ceremony, I told those people, I said, listen, I will come there, but I don't trust you people. So definitely best believe I'm going to be strapped and my gun does not have a safety. And I should not have
So
to
look,
feel like that around my own aunt. You get what I'm saying?
did he ask you to do it like only at that building, or was he just saying to do it
He asked me
like?
he asked me to do it, but then he also communicated with me and told me that he wanted me to keep communication with my aunt. But like I've already communicated back with him, telling him that this is like I'm banging my head up against a brick wall, so it's a waste of time. I've already sent her a message. As a matter of fact, let me look through my message and what I sent her last. My last message to her was because I don't mind reading it. I said to her, I said, I hope all is well. I'm marketing the chance for Thursday and I will see you there. And then I didn't get no answer after that at all. And then I texted her, I said, you know what? I'm sick of going back and forth with you. I said, you don't have to worry about me coming around. I said, I know exactly when I'm not wanted. So as you see, I cut people off. I don't got time to sit here and play games with people. You see, I went and you see how long, let me tell you, when you go on my page and you see the pictures of me and her together, that's how long I've been trying to get in communication with my father. That's how long my father has been trying to get in communication with me, dealing with these other devils.
It's gonna all come out this year, because I'm not the child anymore. I'm not the child. I used to be the child. Everybody was taller. What? A lot of people still taller. But everybody was up there, and I could see everything that was going on. I was observing, and I had respect and all this other stuff. I ain't none of that. Everything gonna come out this year, and I didn't forget where we was going with that either. My point to say to you was that when I say pops, I say pop because that's my pops, right?
Yeah, no, I understand. Trust me, it's some people. I mean, I ain't gonna front.
And
There's
I'm
people that
that.
I know that
Listen.
still call me
I
pops,
can't even
but
vouch
they older
for nobody
than me.
else. But look, listen. Here's what I can see. All y'all with the Baba Yanun, not even just Baba. All the BAAH, Yanun. I don't trust y'all, right? Because it's something about how people are presenting the tones now. It seems like it's like the how people saying Grand Rising now. And how Grand Rising didn't used to have an amber light associated with it, but now it does. How people use Hotep to talk about niggas who are weird, all right?
People that
And
wear unks.
yeah, like that was a word for peace. So I don't fall for none of that. Oh, that we with Baba, all this. No, yo, that's Pops, and the niggas who call him Baba was around to call him Baba. You know what I'm saying? The niggas who call him Pops was around to call him Pops. I was around. Now, that don't mean that nobody, you know what I mean? Because a part of the whole lineup is one of the principles is to say that you don't really determine who could be a Sabian and who can't be, and I'm not in the game for that. All I'm saying is I don't know what everybody else is doing, right? I don't know why everybody else do the things that they do or collect money for what they collect money for. Let's get this on record. Faise.1.com has never, ever collected not a penny on behalf of Dr. Melakazi York. Ever. I've never said, yo, I'm going to get this. Yo, we do this fundraiser. And I do fundraisers every fucking Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? I've never collected a single penny with all of the people who walk with me. Thousands of dollars have been raised. Never have I said, we're going to do this fundraiser, y'all. I'm going to get this money for Pops. And then, so a lot of people was trying to play that game, say he collect money and talking about Dr. I'll talk about Dr. York every fucking day. Me doing a fundraiser has nothing to do with Dr. York, because 99% of the people who said that they was fundraising on behalf of Dr. York, somehow their pockets got fatter. And he stayed in prison. For all the people who've been selling his books, somehow none of that money was put on his books. But y'all got cars and shit. Y'all got houses and shit. Y'all got stores and shit. Y'all able to go out and enjoy life and do balls and parties and festivals and kickbacks and whoopbacks and shit. But somehow all the books y'all been selling, when I talk to the family, ain't none of that went on his books.
Well,
And
I want to say this.
you were not
Jesus.
given permission to sell his books to
No,
begin with.
they were supposed to be given out to the people for free.
They want to give him permission. And I know who owns All Eyes on Egypt. So I know you ain't went through them, because all I got to do is scream and ask them, yo, did they go through you? Because I know who has that ownership of All Eyes on Egypt, which is the reason why a lot of y'all had to stop calling y'all stores All Eyes on Egypt. You understand? So, here go my thing, because like I was just telling you with the situation with Atmos, they know who the weirdos be. They know niggas got allegations on them in the community. And I remember looking over as I was singing the song. I'm like, what the hell? Like, why niggas is staring at me like this? And then I came over there, asked them what was going on. And the stepfather, potato head looking man, was like, he said, you know Talib? I said, and I ain't know him personally, but I know who that is. My peoples know him personally. He said, okay, cool. I was just checking. They looked at each other. You know how niggas do, like, yeah. Like they just G-checked me. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this nigga just G-checked me on Music Soul Child. It don't even fit in the same sentence. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, whatever. And I'm not knowing that these niggas is having animosity at that time. So, yeah, I was asking you that because I remember it coming up that them niggas was indicated and even fucking around with that family, that whole family. So here go my thing. If that's your father, why do you think it'll be even necessary? For one, it's not to say that just because he's your father, you have to align with or believe what he believes in any of that. That's not what it's saying. However, why do you find the need to highlight Dr. Ben, the rest of these people, and then completely disregard where you got your whole teaching style from? All right, where you got the whole look from, where you got all the shit you be talking about from. It's in the Holy Tablets, by the way. Everything Atmos be talking about. Dr. Ben didn't have the high science on it. Dr. York did. But Dr. York ain't mentioned. And then one of my peoples came back and gave me that confirmation. He said he don't fuck with his father. And he don't fuck with the teachings. You feel what I'm saying? But to y'all, he trying to make y'all think I'm trying to slander him. Well, let me tell you something. Slander is the way of Halal. Lies is the way of Halal. Atmos lied on live. Lifewave lied on live. Y'all came on here and lied. Y'all went and slandered. Because if you say the truth, you have to indicate yourself as snakes. So speaking the truth has never been slander. We don't rock with Halal's way. Let's tell the truth. All right? If that's your father, because for one, Atmos is the young nigga. He don't, like, bro, he was like little ass nigga running around. If you was running around on Tom Ray, you don't remember shit. You can look at a picture, but you don't remember the shit. You little, you brand new here. Okay, meaning even with the information, you just came around because Eli York told me that. Your own brother told me that. He was explaining to me the first conversation y'all had that allowed for you to go back into the conversation of high knowledge and affirmation. He said, yo, you need to start putting out the actual facts. You need to start doing that. Eli York told you to do that. He was telling me, he showed me. I was sitting in Eli York's studio when he showed me the civilization for 200,000 years ago, the ancient Sumerian civilization they found. There was a little circular looking civilization. He said, y'all been talking to Atmos about this. So when he come out and speak on, he said, I want him to use his platform to actually teach the high science. All right, boom. That's how you came into this. And then your issue with me was when you were sitting around me, because you was around me in person, Atmos. When you were sitting around me, you can kick it to these people because you can cut and paste and edit videos and post the shit like you know what you're talking about. But when you come around people who dedicated their whole life to this, you got to take a breath and be like, wait a minute, I can't kick it and act like I'm green light around green light. That was your issue. I wondered to myself, why is this nigga so fucking quiet? You were quiet most of the time around us when I was there. And they ask questions. The sisters, that's be the main thing. When the women ask questions and the brother can answer, it sparks the same thing that Kabil felt. Jealousy or Cain. It sparks that same thing. And you feel his poison steaming on the side of your neck. And you look over and it's your brother staring at you. You feel what I'm saying? And I didn't understand that. That's why they ran to y'all with this narrative that I was upset about a female when I got messages, phone calls, recorded documents of y'all niggas literally saying that y'all was head over heels over her. You was just trying to get with her. I never said that. It was y'all. Niggas making posts talking about some, oh, I get it, posting a little baby thing, talking about some, we got to stop letting the beat be over females. I get it, but I love y'all. Nobody said anything to me. Everybody's dealing with the Kappa. Everybody's dealing with the job. Nobody said anything to me. I just got off the phone with one of the brothers recently. Nigga was like, they said that they just trying to get you to shoot a fair one and you didn't want to shoot a fair one. Bullshit. Bullshit. Bullshit.
He said bullshit.
That's not how that happened. You understand? And he didn't know. Your folks out here trying to kick it like they try to kick it. They say, oh, because Phase 1 got one of these, and he'll let him motherfucker. He know he carried them, or because he cussed that he ain't representing the master teacher. Well, let's be honest. Master teacher cussed all the fucking time, right? And not only that, he carried guns. You feel what I'm saying? So they try to kick it and say he's a disagreeable. We don't do all that disagreeable stuff. And the next thing you know, you see Lifeway bucking up on Benchy Man, right? Victor, okay, arguing over who the fuck discovered the leaves. And said, don't give niggas my information, nigga. Stop giving niggas my information. Nigga, I'm CMOS King around this bitch. I'm CMOS King around this bitch. That's what he said verbatim. That's what he said. The my gummies, nigga. Right? He said, Victor, anybody can come see me. But he didn't let y'all know there was a parentheses that came with that, except Phase 1. Because when I came, multiple occasions, it was none of that. It was always, I shook Zamal, I shook Kadad, Rahubad, how many followers you got now, Kadad? You know, overstand you, we need you, da da da. It was all that. It was never none of that beefing up shit. And you can't even say beef up. I mean, whatever it was never that leaping up shit when it came to me. You feel what I'm saying? So my whole policy is, if I was disagreeable because I'm out front.
Hello?
Yeah. How you do, Michael?
He must have, did he swipe left?
And if that's your voice, well, great news to me. You understand? But they want us to be softies. They want us to act. No, we're not kicking it self-righteous for anybody. There's a war taking place. So for all y'all who been following after these people, looking up to these people, all them folks who trying to kick it like they vegans and they, you know, saying breathe green light and it's all peace, love, and light, them be the biggest devils behind the scene. Them be the biggest ones. How you think all these scandals keep blowing up? People fucking on each other. You know what I'm saying? People fucking on each other's husbands and all kinds of shit.
He's another scammer.
Huh?
I said he's just another scammer. You know what I'm saying? He's just a new age scammer. He was trying to figure out whose legacy he could take, whether it was Dr. Sabi's or Pop's. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to figure out which way to go. I see what it is with that man, selling people fake herbs and all of that stuff. Trust me, I see what's going on. I just sit back and pay attention, shall I say? You know what I'm saying? That's all I could do at this point.
The games is up. The games, the vision I had. Well, it was actually a dream, but it had that feeling where it's like this is electronic. Or electric, that was the word.
This
Pop
was a
was
lot.
all white, and we were standing on Stone Mountain. It looked like Stone Mountain. And he was saying, get them all together. That's all I kept hearing him say, get them all together. Get them all together. Right? He already said we all one family, Sunrise, about what you were saying earlier. I heard you. So I wish everybody could just get along, da 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 da.
Right.
You were there for a lot of this, Sunrise.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right in the middle, in the crossfire.
Right. And there were things you didn't know because you had DM Mrs. Faise before she knew who I was. She had just found out who I was. This is last year. Actually, it might have been 2022. It was 2022. Oh yeah, it was last year. She had you found out. This is when you first found out, 2022. Right? And you had DM her, and y'all were having a conversation back and forth about like the Proconians and stuff like that. I don't know if you remember. And Lifewave had wanted her to come to like an event and stuff like that. But she had hit you up and was like, yo, why didn't you tell me about this man Faise? Right? And she had questions for you about what happened with the situation between me and Atmos. And you gave her a voice recording and you was like, you said, you know, basically your Faise, he's a young guy. You know what I mean? Right, Atmos is a young guy too. I'm an older guy. we don't do it like this. You know, those are young guys, so they get into it. Sunrise, you didn't know what you were talking about.
No,
hold on. And what was
that's
crazy?
How I felt.
What was crazy?
That's how I really feel, though. But go ahead.
Hold on. Because what was crazy is you were right. You were right there. You were right there. And granted, you was on the trip when the shit was going down, so I could give you that. Because like, yeah, probably wasn't really even there.
Yeah, I was having fun, man. I was having fun, man.
You was gone.
Right,
but that was more the reason for you to zip up because you didn't know what you was talking about. But a lot of people did that, and they ran with the narrative that we was beefing over Nikki.
Right.
But y'all didn't come ask me anything. So my whole thing was, who was y'all talking to? If y'all didn't ask me shit, and everybody has, it was crazy. Is she's sitting right here, right? If y'all didn't ask me shit, who was y'all talking to get all this information about shit you ain't asked me about? But nobody didn't want to ask me. Same way nobody was really letting people know that I was out here. That's why she had that like, yo, who was this nigga Phase 1? I didn't even know he was out here. Okay, exactly. Same way Lifeway tried to kick it like he wanted people to know. But as soon as a small infraction came on account of the other demon or the other gen called Beyond 5D, what everybody did? They did like SG Hazel, the rest of them. They merged together. They went over there like little fanboys to Dwight Howard house. Kim walking around with her plate and shit. You know what I'm saying? Feeding the little vegan shit. I saw that shit. Everybody was doing a little fan shit. Nobody wanted me near. But before that point, Lifeway was saying, yo, I need you to meet Dwight Howard. I need you to meet Summer Walker. I need you to meet NLE Chopper. We can't lose with you. So I just wanted to say that because you didn't know. All right. It had nothing to do with that. Everything I've been doing, when my name got factored in anything, has been focused on the efforts of this that we're doing right now. Dr. Malachi York's name being cleared, for one, not just for people to know it, but his name being cleared. Nuwapu, all right? Whether you call it Wusabat, whatever you want to call it, I'm not fucked up about that. Whatever you want to call it, right knowledge being brought to the masses. Right now, you see us doing the language classes. Sunrise, true or false? Did I not ask you if we could start doing language classes?
Yeah, like last year.
Last year. It was 2 years ago, actually.
Right.
Who's teaching language classes?
Mrs. Faise.
Miss Faise.
Right?
Okay.
On YouTube.
Look, on record, Sunrise, damn near 2 years ago. I ain't asked you if we could do it.
You did, too. You did, too.
And I said, yo, all I need you to do is just come with like 10 words. Come with like 10 words if you can. Or something simple. We can start there. Start with the Rahu Bad, whatever. You coming alive.
So you're teaching Nuwapic? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Y'all teaching Nuwapic? Okay, cool. That's what's up. Because I don't know about this new language they're doing.
Right.
But,
I wanted people to get the original tones that I was giving.
Yeah.
Before we even go into any of the sabag or anything, I want people to receive the tones so they can at least be familiar with those tones. The reason why I'm doing this is not to put Sunrise on the spot. It's to show.
Now, put me on the spot. Let's go. Let's do it.
Yeah, and look, I respect that. This wasn't Mrs. Faze teaching the language wasn't a gimmick. I already attempted to get other people to aid and assist with the language being brought to the people. What you think Nikki lineup was gonna be? Nikki whole shit was she was gonna help me. That's what the whole shit was.
Who's Nikki?
I need you to help me with this. There needs to be a feminine aspect associated with this. That's what the shit was. It was never no romantic anything. It's not a single letter, text, nothing that was saying we that was good. We had a good time. None of this other. It's none of that. It was all straight to the point. And Sunrock, you was there even with the first day of the event when Lifeway booked the Airbnb, and we came sitting right next to you. And like Nikki was there. You remember 5D came, all the other extra Kappas. I didn't know who none of those people were that came through. It was all about business. So I just want to end it with that to say, I don't know what everybody else is doing. I don't know what everybody else is trying to prove. Okay. But I had my plan in my head since I was 5 years old. And there's nothing that's going to stop me from continuing this plan. That's why I said it was a nigga that got on here and tried to say Dr. York was saying that I need to stop speaking. So I didn't hide. I didn't run. I let him do just like this. I said, come on live and let's talk. Nigga didn't have shit. He didn't have anything. All he had was him pop some he didn't write the 9 book. And some other shit. I've been telling people for years. I said, I don't know about them actual facts books.
Right. I've been saying the same thing.
I said, I don't know about that. I don't know about all that ham seed and none of that. I
Mm-hmm.
said, Pops don't move that fucking slow.
Nah,
He
he's
ain't gonna
not.
put out a whole bunch of books repeating the old shit that he taught. I said, he
Over
ain't
and
that.
over.
This is too advanced in this day and time, right? So he was saying he wasn't writing certain books, and he said he ain't the leader of all Nubians. Da 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 da. I said that makes sense to me, but the dude was trying to make it seem like Pop was saying he's not the leader of Nubians. I said that's not what he said. I said pull up the transcript. He pulled up the transcript. I said, you see right there when he said he's not the leader of all Nubians, he been saying that,
Mm-hmm.
meaning he not. Whatever y'all other folks got going on, y'all are doing your own thing.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He said
Right.
that. So here's what I do, and you can't blame me. If I didn't hear Pops say the shit, or if it ain't coming from a source where I done already beheld the writings, the letters, whatever, I don't trust what anybody says
Me neither.
about anything, because he said, trust nobody. Don't believe anybody.
Don't believe me, do your
No, he
research.
was like,
Take it up. Right.
listen, that's 19. He said that too. He was 1992. He said, don't believe anybody. He said, you take this off the
Mm-hmm.
mountain with you. Don't believe anybody. I know, if I know anything, I know Pop's a master chess player. And when he
Mm-hmm.
said certain things, you might have thought he was talking about that particular time period alone. But no, go back and listen to Nuwabi and Still Under the Spell from 2004. He predicted Life Wave. He predicted
Yep.
Brother Polite. He
Mm-hmm.
predicted all y'all niggas and said y'all were going to take little pieces. He said he predicted the polygamy movement with Rashad Jamal and the rest of them. He said they're going to take the polygamy thing. They like the polygamy thing, right? He said they're going to take the whatever the science here, the comedic science here. He said next thing you know, he said they're going to have drivers, what is that, license plate they're going to be selling, the tea bags they're going to be selling. He said the hats they're going to be selling. He said that has nothing to do with our movement.
Yep.
I could play it for you if I had time, or I'll go make it live and put it on YouTube. But he said it already. So that's the thing. I'm not for any of these games. I never wanted to make friends with y'all niggas. I wanted to work. So if you came and you was helping, listen, we might as well have been best friends. Only if you working and helping. I didn't want to join with nobody, BWO, and none of this extra shit these folk got going on. Here go one truth. The only master teacher we've ever had in his story or our story is Dr. Malachi York, that we can account for, right? And in this day and time, there's nobody on this planet that has proven to be more advanced spiritually, consciously, linguistically, any of that. You don't know nobody speaking 19 languages, none of that shit. Translating them, all that. There's no one who surpassed the master of this time period. Okay, so guess what? I don't have an issue.
Faise. I'm
Regardless, go
sorry
ahead, you
not
can speak.
to cut you off
No,
real
you
quick,
go ahead.
but
If you don't, then I'll speak for another 30 minutes. You know me.
my no, I was gonna say that it was something going on with my phone. I just wanted to make sure that y'all know before my phone start acting up again.
Okay.
And somebody mentioned earlier that that we're scamming and we're asking for money and stuff like that. I want to mention something about that. First of all, I have money before even coming back to this whole situation. Y'all could see that I've been traveling the world before I even started becoming alive and talking to people and stuff like that. I actually decided that I'm at the point in my life where I could stop. I've been doing youth development programs for over 9 years, for as long as my daughter's been alive. So people have been donating to me for their support, and they see that, like I tell them, the money goes directly to children around the world, and the other half will go sometimes to spiritual work that I do. That's about it, which will be a basic offering on that person's behalf. So I just want people to know that I'm not here to ask anybody for money at all. But if you're willing to offer to donate towards the help of youth development, by all means, it's open, but it's not, no one's begging you at all, And my thing is, I always tell people, if you want to support, purchase something. That way you got something out of it. That way you can't say that I got your money for something.
Right.
Absolutely. And I purchased some of the stuff on Egyptian royalty or her clothing line, and it is great. I personally have purchased some stuff. So.
Did you ever find those other pants? No, right?
Nah, man, I think my neighbor took them things. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on.
I'm gonna buy something soon. Faise, I'm gonna donate
It's
soon.
okay.
Just let y'all know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Faise,
I mean,
I had hit you up on your messenger in order for me to send something through Zelle because I ain't got cash up. But,
Okay. I don't have Zelle, but
okay.
yeah. Look, I listen. I appreciate the blessing.
Yeah, I'm gonna
It's
donate
still a
soon.
blessing.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It
It's a
wasn't. It ain't the
blessing.
money.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It's not the
It's
money.
the thought.
It's the thought that you was
Yeah,
okay.
it's
I'm
the
gonna
thought.
rock with. I'm right with Young
Yeah.
Elder. What's going on, bro?
Hey,
It's the thought.
Yeah,
I
it's
shook.
the
I shook.
I never
thought
been
that
bent
counts.
up over no. I never been bent up over money either. I tell people what it is. That's why I ask people, please explain. I don't know who would be able to do the phase 1 expose, because somebody came on here and said LifeWave can expose you. What is he going to expose?
Okay.
LifeWave don't want to expose himself. Only one who can listen.
Right.
Only one who can expose phase 1 is me, and I do that all the damn time. If you want to know something about me, ask me.
Can I ask y'all a question? Can I ask y'all a question?
Go ahead.
What needs to be done that we can all sit down and come to a resolution?
Okay.
I'm talking about
Here's what you need to do. Here's what everybody needs to do.
But hold on.
Oh,
I'm talking about
go ahead.
everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody. 19
I
Keys
don't.
coming.
I don't. I don't.
Yeah.
Hold
Oh,
on.
Yeah. I
okay.
already said this.
Real quick. 19 Keys
Jabril
coming.
Muhammad.
LifeWave coming. Akmos coming. Faze coming. Uma coming. Sunra coming. Who coming? All one thing we sit down and be peaceful.
I'm talking about people that's not even associated with none of that. Yeah, anybody, everybody. Here's what y'all can do, and here's what we will do. Take a picture of Dr. Melikazi York, right? And draw a rainbow around it. If you got children, all right, go get your children to do it. Show children the picture of Dr. Melikazi York and have your children draw a rainbow, all right? Illustrate a rainbow around Dr. Melikazi York. This science is called a yay. A yay.
Oh.
All right?
What? Okay. Yeah, okay.
Excuse me?
No, what was it called? You said a yay?
It's called, it's what you're drawing is a yay.
Okay, got you. All right, bet.
All right? Y-E-I.
All right, bet.
You know, so
right?
interesting. I'm looking at my daily planner, and I didn't remember. I wrote in my daily planner York right at the top of March 1st, and I guess this is what was meant to happen.
This
That's
is an ancient
interesting.
Navajo science. I'm not telling you anything that we haven't done in our ancestry, for those of you who have that type of ancestry association.
Somebody
This is
said
to
you got
protect.
some explaining to do.
You know what I'm saying? What happened?
No, they go in that young elder saying he got some explaining to do, because I had asked him to expose the fraud stuff on his platform, and he kind of just kindly ignored me, like as if I didn't ask him. But and I showed
Young
the
elder
proof
was
of
just
that.
telling
So
me that he was showing up to the event. He showed up 8 p.m. sharp.
he showed up to that event. Yeah, he
so
did. He showed up to
it
that
ain't
event.
nothing like
He
that.
texted me and told me. He texted me and told me that he was going there while he was there before I got there.
Yeah. So he listen. He big on support. That had to
Right,
be some
but
type of
that
misunderstanding.
no. But that right. But I also asked him. I in my DM, in which I've shown proof in the last live. The anybody who's gonna watch that long live, that I asked him twice about me exposing the fraud on his platform, the fraud that has been taking place in regards to my father's properties and stuff like that. But he just kindly just ignored it.
Okay, when you ask him that?
Hold on, let me look in some of my messages.
So take a picture. So all right, so let's back up. Take a picture, create a yay, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a rainbow. It'll be more powerful if you get your children to do it. Right? Draw or color, illustrate a rainbow around Dr. York. Because
now he says you don't like me that much.
He coming home. There needs to be a safe passage for him to get here. He coming home. If you got white candles, get 7 of them or 3 of them. Light them up. All right? Safe passage. Pop coming home. He just needs safe passage. This will be you covering him. We already got the green light going. That done already cracked some shit open. That's why everybody talking about him now. Because El Qadir is everywhere. Everywhere you look, you see green light. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's called a yay. Y-E-Y. Y-E-I.
Yay.
You know what I mean? So yeah.
Yeah, Saturday I asked a couple times. You can see I asked right here. And
Who's that?
asked right here. And then as you see, I said, never mind, because it's like, you keep asking somebody something. The type of person, I don't like asking people for nothing as it is. So bad enough, you got me asking you for something more than once. So
I'm saying, look,
yeah.
You asked about that after the event for
Yes.
you be doing it.
Yes, after the
that's
event.
What I'm saying.
Yes.
So y'all just gotta talk about that, because his whole thing was like, bro, I'm at this event, ain't nobody even here. The shit say 8 p.m. sharp.
Yeah, but
No.
that was my aunt that did that. That was
Yeah,
had
so
nothing to
that's
do
what I'm
with me.
saying.
I
Y'all
was
gotta
on my
like
way
people gotta.
there.
It's
I
it's,
was on
it's
my way
communication.
there
Like
too.
I'm telling you, behind the scenes, and I'm not
He
just
never.
saying it because like
He
this is
said
my
he
boy.
never
Like
got. He said he never got the message. That's what he said. But
behind the scenes, because he even said that he said he ain't heard from you. Behind the scenes,
I mean,
your
don't you
elder
think?
is
Why
like
would you?
he's
My thing
very.
is, why would you hear from me if I'm asking you, of your assistance to do something on a platform? Because I see everybody else is parading on the platform. So I'm like, shit. Can I at least expose this stuff dealing with my father? If you really down for my father, can you help me expose this stuff? So when I got no answer, it was I felt offended. I mean, bad enough I don't ask people for nothing. Trust in me, trust and believe you me, everything I got off the sweat here and back of my damn self. So I do not like the fact that I felt like I had to humble myself to ask somebody for something and they ignored it.
So
I'm a
let me ask you
Gemini.
a
We
question.
don't do that
Let
shit.
me ask you a question. Has he ever pinned your Cash App under any of his videos?
Yes. And as a matter of fact, people tagged me in it and was like, he put your Cash App on there. I didn't know that he put my Cash App on there. I didn't ask them to put my Cash App on YouTube. That was something that they volunteered to do on their own.
So
And in the
who
process
was
of
over the Cash App that
in
had?
the process when my Cash App was being tagged on there, that video was the video when they spoke about me in their live. And when they said, oh, coincidentally, he has a daughter named Uma. In regards to him having my Cash App, I have spoke to Young Elder before. We were in DM before, and we spoke about my youth development program. And he told me he would help me with my youth development program.
All
And
right.
that's
So
how he
look,
originally
who's
got
over
my
the
Cash
doctor?
App information. Huh?
Who's over the Dr. Melikazi York Cash App?
I don't know. Who has
I
a what? I don't
I've never heard
I
that.
never
I've
even
never
No,
heard
there's a
that.
Dr.
heard of one. Yeah.
Melikazi York Cash App.
Mine's is
I never heard that.
Come on,
and
dog.
I have to
I've been around here.
and
I'm
so
paying attention to everything.
I don't know who has. I've never even heard of that
Never
Dr.
seen
Malachi
that.
Z. York one at all. I never
I,
even seen that at
I
all.
wish a nigga would
Now,
come up with
so
that.
and I do want to say that Young Elder has supported
Yeah,
towards
we.
my
That's what I'm
youth
saying. Get that
development
on record. So
program.
that's why I asked that because
No,
anything else, that's
no.
easily a
If you look
misfocused
if you
tangent.
listen to the last video, I also mentioned it in the last video too. I don't take away from people credit. Now, don't. I'm not that type of person at all. I,
All right.
I
So
show love when love
the
is
brother is
shown.
saying he didn't see that. You know what I mean? That's why I said things could
Okay,
be a
well,
misunderstanding.
I asked twice. I don't know. Maybe it was a glitch in the system. I don't know. I definitely asked twice, and the type of person I am. I asked you once. I asked you twice, and third time ain't gonna happen. It's not. That's just the type of person I am.
Hey,
So to,
Hey,
to me,
Faith.
it looked like I asked more than once. And I just felt offended that he was somebody that says that he was very supportive of my dad and then ignored the fact that I was asking to expose all of this fraud on his platform, that I figured all the people that's on his followers should want to know about all of this stuff that's happening to my dad that has a lot to do with this conspiracy.
I'm with you. I'm just
hey,
saying
Well,
Uma,
because
I
how
can
about
drop
how
down.
about
consistency.
bring him up? How about bring him
I
up?
was about
Bring
to
him
say
up.
I can drop
I
down.
can't. It won't allow me. It
I got
won't
it.
allow me to add anybody on here at all. I would have to start a whole new live because even it won't even. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Okay,
look,
because he
I'm
here
just
right here.
saying,
All right,
check
bet.
this out. I'm saying consistency wise, I brought people to the brother Young Elder with no platform, any of that. And he was, you know what I mean? The only thing there was a situation where brother was talking about he wanted to do tarot. And I was like, yo, he don't. I talked to Young Elder about it. I kept my word because the brother was upset about that. I said, yo, I'm gonna
Yeah, because
run
I
it
just
by Young Elder so you
contacted
can
me.
break down everything you broke down to me. And Young Elder was like,
Hmm.
he don't do the tarot thing. He's not obligated to open his platform for anybody. So I went to the dude and was like, yo, he ain't rocking with the tarot thing.
I
I even
understand
told
that, but that's somebody else. You talking about the man's daughter is
yeah, but
asking
that's what
you.
I'm
You
saying. It
you
got to
name
be
drop
deeper
my
than that.
wait. But whoa, wait. Let's talk about it. We name drop my father every opportunity we can. But as soon as his blood daughter wants to expose the fraud as to why he's is still sitting in jail, nobody wants to hear what she has to say. It looks weird.
So then why do you feel
It
like no
looks
one
weird.
wants to hear? Why you feel
And
like
he
no one
said,
wants to hear it?
shit. Hello? Did I not just show you? I asked people over and over again. And I'm not going to keep asking people. I'm not. I
So
don't know
soon as
what
so
people
I'm
think
saying,
I
look,
am. I'm
soon as
not
what
a
did I tell you to do?
vagabond.
As soon as I was able to figure out
I'm not a
What
vagabond.
puzzles was
I'm not
connected?
about to ask people. I'm not about to keep asking people. If they want to keep name dropping my father and ignore me, that's one thing. But like you said, he didn't see the text message twice. So I get it. He didn't see it. So, if he's here, he's up here clearly defending himself, saying he didn't see it. So it is what it is,
So yeah,
And if
I'm
y'all can,
saying I know it got to be something because I just know like the
I
whole
felt like
conversation.
he
I was
was
ready to
ignoring
cut.
me because he was in my DM hollering and I was ignoring that.
I was
Oh,
ready to cut.
it gets
What do you
deep.
call it? Rod Hayes, A New Heart, right? While we was on live. And it was young elder saying, but we gotta try, we gotta try something, Faze. Like we said, bro, we didn't it was just the way he said it. He was like, bro, we gotta try something. It really humbled me because I could play your father's voice right now, like saying that same thing. You feel what I'm saying? He wasn't saying it that exact same way, but he was like, yo, anything that we can do, he said, listen, this is what your father said, almost verbatim. He said, we throw enough things at this thing. He said, something's gonna stick. So when young elder said that, I put all how I felt about Rod Hayes. I don't fuck with Rod Hayes. But all that shit, it just like it really humbled my spirit because you know what I mean?
He
Well, I
fine too,
spoke
though.
to
He like
Rod
Before
he
Hayes
these
like that.
about,
days,
I
before these days,
spoke to
what
Rod
I
Hayes about
observed,
that.
huh?
I spoke to I expressed how I felt about me sending that message to young elder to Rod Hayes, and he was like, "Oh well, people be getting their feelings hurt, so you never know, And that was the answer I got. That was it.
Well, first of all, again, I'm just gonna let you know on the record again. Just is it in 4K audio? I don't
I'm
fuck with
just
Rod.
thinking that everybody, I'm thinking
I,
everybody, I'm thinking of everybody know each other. I'm thinking, cause you gotta think about it. I'm his kid. So I'm like another person just looking at what's going on. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
it's just
Y'all
that you
could look
got
at my
to also
page and see,
understand, Uma,
y'all could
just
look
be
at my page. Hold up, hold
go
up,
ahead.
hold up. Y'all could look at my page and see that I do normal stuff. Y'all could go on my page and see this girl is obviously not about the bull crap, not with the, I'm not here to put on a costume. I'm not doing all of that. You get what I'm saying? Hell, these people, even when it comes down to the indigenous status and all of that, I submitted these people my documents. Here, look, my family is a part of one of the tribes that you're looking for that is considered a civilized tribe to America, to the United States government. I gave them those documents. So I don't need to parade around people for stuff that I have legitimized legally. You get what I'm saying? I'm not, so it's like, to me, I feel like, why do I have to keep lowering my standard to people that I'm watching this? After a while, it looks like a goddamn shit show. I'm trying to get shit done. The whole purpose, and I told these people, after my father, after my father is released, these people will not have access to me at all. My Instagram's going to disappear, and I'm going to continue to help children around the world as I please, because that's what I love to do. You get what I'm saying? I'm not with all of this stuff, and I don't want to be a part of anything, and I don't want to be a part of anybody or anything. I'm obligated to this because this is my blood, this is my DNA, this is my father. You get what I'm saying? After people have to learn to understand that I'm coming from my heart and doing what I do, and I don't have to. You know what I'm saying? I'm obligated to. There's a big difference. You get what I'm saying? Just like the rest of his kids is running around and they're not doing it, but I am doing it. And it takes away from me doing the things that I love to do, but I'm doing it.
Mm.
That's it. I guess I land the plane or park the car or whatever the heck they be calling
Do, y-
all this stuff they be
do y'all
saying.
watch
You know,
Young Elder
Dr.
stuff?
Vote.
Yeah,
Listen, I get it.
yeah. I would
And
love.
I want to mention that I appreciate everybody that has supported me, because ever since that I have been out teaching, telling little things here and there, people have been coming up to support me and stuff. And yes, the funds that you give me go directly to helping young women that are stranded. It helps young children around the world. Y'all be surprised how many people, or how many young adults are in my DM that needs help. And I have my foot on the ground, going to the hoods and stuff like that, doing what I have to do to make sure that I'm helping a community. And that's something that was embedded in me and my heart from my father, because I watched my father help so many people, just to watch him get destroyed by so many people. This is why I stay back.
Okay, I understand that.
But yes, I
So
do
that's
I
why I was
do
saying, yeah,
appreciate
y'all get if
everybody.
it's some other like again, certain things y'all can get in contact with each other about, because he didn't know what was going on. Whatever that event was, he told me about it, and I was
Yeah, I
telling him.
asked him to share it, and he shared. He did share that the page, the post.
Yeah, he
Yes,
went.
I
He
asked
went,
him to do that, and he definitely
but it
shared.
was
Yeah,
something
he
off.
said he was there. It was definitely something
He
off.
felt it.
Clearly, they had it. That yeah, but honestly, when I say 8 o'clock, you know, the type of person I am, I've had to learn to dip and dodge red beams and stuff like that. I got to learn to be smart. I don't never tell a person exactly where I'm
That
at
shit
and at
said
what
8
time.
p.m. sharp though.
You heard what you
It didn't
said.
say
You
nothing
heard
else.
what you heard what you said. I know exactly where y'all events be, what time y'all gonna be there, and all of that. But you won't catch my ass.
But look though, you said 8 p.m. sharp, and he was there. The
Yeah,
nigga was there at
that was for the people. That's because
7:59
that's the
seconds.
time. That's the time that the store is supposed to be open. The store is supposed to be open all day
He was
technically,
the
but 8
only
p.m.
nigga there
sharp.
at 8.
8
Listen,
p.
at 8
Right.
p.m. he was the only nigga there. Only other thing
Yeah,
that was
I've
there
already spoke to him. Trust me,
was
I
the
heard.
SUV.
I spoke to him. He was texting me, telling me he was leaving. I told him shit was fishy even when I got there. Okay. Yes, we had these conversations. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to tell you is 8 p.m. sharp is the time that I wanted people to start to gather there. When they look at the actual flyer, 9 p.m. is the time that the chant started. But you know, black people, we ain't never on time.
So he was on time. That's I
He
want
was
to make sure that's
on
clear.
time.
He
Yeah,
was
I
there. And
give him
listen,
that.
bro be
And
supporting
to be
like.
honest with you, he's seen things. He's seen things obviously before I did. Cause what he said was, "Yo, there's a bunch of niggas in the truck right there." I had to literally
He
call
wasn't with
people
that
like,
shit.
"Yo,
He went with that
you
shit.
you know what I'm saying?" I had to literally call people, and I told him, I said, "No worries." I said, "I got a bodyguard with me who's strapped, and I'm strapped." I said that to him. So it's not like we're losing communication here. The communication was definitely there. You get what I'm saying? But then after that event, I definitely asked to be on his platform twice. And like I said he didn't see it. And, it got ignored. I have no reason to lie about anything at
I mean,
all.
Well, look,
he
he
didn't.
here. Look,
That's
You
what I'm
know
he
how
saying. He
here
petty,
right
didn't. I
now.
heard you.
I'm a
I hear
grown,
you.
I'm a grown
It
ass
ain't.
woman. I'm a
Yeah.
grown ass woman. I'm a grown, like, let's repeat this. I am a grown ass woman. You know how disgustingly petty or just how low vibrational it is for me to just lie to? What the hell I got to lie to y'all for? Like, what y'all gonna do? Kick my ass? Come along.
Yeah. I ain't tripping about none of that. I
Because
don't think nobody lied.
trust one thing about me, one thing a lot of people don't know about me is I'm definitely fire. And I definitely got some hands. And I know how to shoot. So go ahead, play with me if people want to.
You know who need to hop on there? Tyler Jack.
Trust, because I got some hands. Yeah, she do. She
Tyler
do.
Jet
And
need
look,
to
you
hop
hear
on
me
it.
say
Cause
it?
look, and I'm
You
not
see, as
saying you
soon as
don't
you
need to,
said,
cause you can hop on there. Listen, Tyler
as soon
Jet,
as you
because
said, only thing she needs from me, only thing she needs is documents. If she need documents, you see how I am. Y'all, what documents y'all need? Boom, 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 boom. That just tell me what y'all need. If y'all need the documents, I got the documents. I'm gonna give y'all the documents. It's already in public domain. It's already public,
hmm
and I'm happy. My father taught me to be the way I am. You damn right, I'm a strong bull.
yeah, he listen. It's like this because this that quickening before the explosion. That's what it is. Niggas is having a scramble. Niggas trying to figure out where their documents is at. Everybody getting their affairs in order.
I
All
got
right.
all the
Some people
documents.
getting ready to wake up, not here no more. I
I've
mean,
been sitting on documents since before Polite and them tried to kill me. That's how long I've been sitting on documents.
Mm.
That's years. That's right now. That's going on 14 years. I've been sitting on documents, dipping and dodging people for 14 years trying to get this stuff out there. But everybody else seemed to feel like, oh, she wants something. Yeah, you damn right. I want something. I want my father home.
how long
I
did
want my father out.
this is a real question? How long did it take you to understand what's going on with Wakie's situation? Because I was listening before you answer.
Sheesh, I knew it.
Before
I
you
took her to court.
look,
What you mean? I took her to court.
before you
She
answer, right?
never showed up.
I was
When
there
I
sitting in
do
front of
right
Waukee.
before,
They
right.
had a hold on, Uma. They had a meeting.
Mm-hmm.
One of the classes was supposed to be doing an update. One of these niggas was up in front of the class talking about triple eights and oxygen. And I asked about August 12th. Cause right, they talking about the hippocampus, is the Pegasus, and all this other shit, and we not doing Elohim no more. We doing the terror. I'm like, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? Okay, so I asked the question. I said, yo, what's up with this August 12th thing? Right? He said, what do you mean? I'm like, yo, everybody talking about everybody gonna leave on August 12th, and the portal's gonna be open, vortex.
You ain't going nowhere.
Huh?
They ain't going nowhere. Go ahead.
He was saying, he said basically that's what it was, and the vortex was gonna open as long as our soul was in order, and we're doing the proper chants. You know what I'm saying? And everything was gonna work out. I said, well, what are the pickup points? He said, what do you mean the pickup points? I said, the pickup points. Where are you gonna be? Where are you going on August 12th to be picked up and taken up out of here? And he was like, well, Pops wouldn't tell what the pickup points were, which is false. He done said that a million times, different books, different teachings. He'd have mentioned Rock Eagle Mound. He'd have mentioned all kind of shit, right? Literally in classes that I've listened to him say. So I'm like, I don't know why niggas would say that. My point was this. I was in there, Waki was in there. I didn't know it was Waki because I didn't know her face. I'm having a conversation back and forth.
Well, just put like this, because real quick, just in case my thing, because it, but young elder, once again, you can DM me and we can figure out a date and time. In regards to my aunt, I took her to court years ago. I still have the documentation on it. That was right before these people tried to kill me. So go ahead.
Yeah, so I didn't know it was her. I don't have her face. My mama got her face. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have her face at that time. My father knew her, but I didn't know her by face. So I'm in there talking. I don't even know that it's her that's sitting there listening to me talk, right? So I'm like, yo, ain't nobody gonna be up in here. I would love to bring Wusa back to the world. I said, but this shit dirty. It's not clean. I said, I can't bring people up in here. It's not clean. I ain't talking about just the temple. I'm talking about the whole science. I said, I'm the type of person, when I say the color is green, the color is green. Okay? I said, but I can't do that if people come to the shit and it's not green. You know what I'm saying? So Waki was like, yo, that's selfish. Why would you say that? Because you got the right knowledge, you was able to get it. Why would you want other people to get it? I said, that's not what I said. I said, I'm gonna always lead them to Dr. Melikazi York. I'm gonna always lead them to him. I said, that's the bottom line. That's gonna happen regardless. I said, because there's no dissension amongst himself. There's no, you know what I'm saying, confusion associated with him alone. I said, but bringing people up in here, all right, that can't happen because it got to be cleaned up. By the end of that conversation, Waki was humble. Am I lying? By the end of the conversation, Waki was sitting there talking to me. She went back there. She went back there and got us.
Well, how about this? Right?
I wondering whether I was gonna say this.
Let me take something.
Hold on. I had Mrs. Faise with me, right? So this was last year around August, right? Or actually late July. So she went back there and got drinks for us. I'm wondering why. I'm looking around. Don't nobody else got no drink. I guess ain't nobody else thirsty and shit. She didn't just give me the drink. She gave my girl the drink at the time, who was just my girl at that time. I'm like, what the hell? So she gave her the drink, gave me the drink, and I walk into the back. I walk past Mrs. Faise, and she like, are we drinking this? I said, nut. I sat it. I said, I'll be right back.
Hell no.
I sat it down. So I'm like, well, everybody else ain't thirsty? Nobody. And the shit was sent to us. It wasn't like, no, it was sent out. I know how. Anyway, nobody was offered shit. We the only people thirsty. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, that's a little weird. Bottom line, this is what Waki said to me. She said, you right. She said, this do need to be cleaned up. She said it has needed to be cleaned up in a long time. She said she was sick, right? She said she was going through something. I can't remember what exactly it was, but she said she was sick, and she told me to lean closer to her, and she was like, what she said, her eyes changed. Now, maybe I'm going a little too deep because I don't know if everybody gonna understand this part, but when beings channel, when people have the ability to channel, it's all in the eyes. Okay? You'll know when somebody ain't that person at that moment because there will be a slight glaze over the eyes. It's like hacking a computer. She told me lean closer, eyes glazed over. And she was like, my brother comes through and talks through certain people. Right? She said, it be the ones who trying to kick it like they all that positive love and light. This is what she was saying. She said, them the ones you got to look out for. Everybody who trying to kick it like they with them the ones you got to look out for. All that up like they with them. She said, them the ones you got to look out for. She said, you can't trust nobody. And then she went right back to talking about her building and how whatever the situation was going on with that. I'm not going into that. But my
I already
point
know.
is, it switched over from like it glazed back. Pops came
Mm-hmm.
through Pops came
Mm-hmm.
through at that moment is what I'm explaining.
To
Yeah,
expose
yeah.
these
Whenever
people
you're ready. Like,
on
hey,
your
it's
social
up.
media platform.
Let's do it.
It's
Do it
up
ASAP.
and it's stuck.
Let's do it ASAP,
It's
man.
always been love. I don't know what people saying. It's always been love.
I'm
I
just
ain't
telling
never
you,
stumped
I
nobody.
definitely texted to you twice. So
Yeah, well
to me, I
sometimes
felt after that, I was like,
my
oh
phone
wow,
might was
okay.
dead.
I
My
felt
phone
some
might was
type of
dead.
way.
I didn't get the message. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
All right, well,
I would have seen it, and you know how I am about you, so you already know. I don't play no games.
get in line. There's a bunch of y'all, but go ahead.
Damn.
I'm telling
It's
you.
a
Do,
bunch
do,
of dude. Honestly,
do it on
it's
Sunday.
like
What
people
about
have to.
Sunday? How about
I'm
Sunday?
literally just trying to. My whole purpose is to get this
Yeah,
information
it's a
in
bunch of
regards to
niggas,
my
but
dad
they ain't
out.
gonna give us.
I
But they
want
ain't
my
That's
gonna
right.
do
father
it.
out.
Fact.
That's right.
I understand that y'all have like that y'all are very passionate about my father. Thing is, if y'all have a huge platform, can y'all just allow this stuff? It's just like earlier we pulled out all of the recantments. I just sent phase 1 copies of the recantments, signed recantments from everybody. You know what I'm saying? I have all the documents that needs to be put out to the public for everybody to see, because obviously we have to be our own televised broadcasters to the world,
Mm-hmm.
so I just
Hey, you
that,
can look at
and
back
to
on
be
that.
honest with you, that needs to be done AP, because the reality of it is it's a lot of stuff. So land grabbing his property as well. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot going on, and I've been sitting back paying attention, which is why y'all see me come in and come out, and I'm seeing what's going on. You know what I mean? And the thing about me is I do my research. I do my research. I will dissect the crap out of person, and on top of that, I'll do a full background check on them and their mama. That's the type of person I am. You know what I'm saying? So I really just go according to what I need done, and only thing I really need done is to get my father out. So if anybody's working on his behalf, they would definitely need to have this stuff out, because people need to see what happened to my father and why he is being set up and how he was being set up. It's bigger than the nation. It's bigger than that. It's a full land grab. Like we speak about the Native Americans and all of that did to the Native Americans. It's all the way across the board, a full land grab, property grab, everything. You get what I'm saying? So he was being robbed. That's what's going on. My father's he's literally being robbed right in front of our
You know
faces.
what's crazy, Uma? I
Yes.
posted that clip of Doc talking about they wanted to take his land. I had that clip ready to post for like 3 days now. And
Like I've been asking people for documentations that they say that they have. I'm like, okay, so you have this proof of documentation of him owning a certain amount of land and stuff like that. Me being his daughter, can you send me the proof of that? And don't everybody get after that. I hear crickets. I don't hear nothing. Nobody. Everybody dipping and dodging. They're like, oh shit, she asking the right questions because they think they dealing with a dummy, and I ain't no dummy. You know what I'm saying? They see all that because I know they think pretty girls is dumb, but I ain't a dumb one at all. I'm not. So I pay attention. Energy, and I don't necessarily have to. I don't have to ask these people. I don't have to know whether they're faking, and I could go to my spirits and my spirit to tell me whether these people are faking. If my spirits tell me that, then I'm going with what my spirit, because why my spirit's not going to lead me to astray at all. The whole purpose of why I'm here is for them. The whole purpose why I'm here is for my father. I ain't here for nobody else but for my father. Other than that, I could go back to in the community, back in the hood, and help these young girls and get the streets, because that's my passion, because I've been in the streets left for dead because the nation was robbing my father and robbing everything from my family, so I know what that's like, and that's just
Hey,
how
you should
I
like to
feel.
say, hey yo, hey young, you can ask anybody. You can ask anybody. I'm telling you. Like on all your dad videos, we post your cash out. Like we really promote you. Like so, I don't know what. Like I ain't no bad dude. Like you unfollow me, then you follow me, then you unfollow me.
Hey,
Like
you
I
know
don't know
what, because
what
I
why
be
you.
paying
Yeah,
attention
I
to
don't know what's
people.
going on. I know you're a Gemini though. I'm a Gemini too, so
Yep.
I
As soon
understand. But yeah,
As
so
soon as you didn't answer, I was like, what the hell am I following
no,
him for?
like
Unfollow.
no, you probably I think that's when I was talking to you and I was driving, and then my phone, this phone right here, is that like it on charge, so it went dead, and then I think you probably text me, but then when I loaded the phone back up, it probably didn't show up, and then
See,
I swear to God, the only part that I seen was it said never
see,
mind, and then I text you back.
mm-hmm.
What happened? What happened? Because I didn't see nothing but never mind. That's the only part that I seen. Never
Okay.
mind. I was like, damn, what's she talking about? I wonder what she talking about.
Well,
That's why I
you
said.
know,
That's
I'm not.
why
I'm
the
gonna be
last
honest
text I
with you.
sent you.
I'm not. I don't. You can look at my page. I don't even follow celebrities. If I follow a celebrity, it's because I know them personally. I do not follow people. I'm not a person that's like, oh, let me follow this person because they got a lot of followers. I don't get nothing out of
But
that.
I'm
That shit
saying
ain't going to
you
feed.
was
It's
following
not
me. You
going.
was
No,
following
I
me.
know.
Then you
I'm just
unfollowed me.
no.
Then you unfollowed.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. I unfollowed your ass after I realized that shit was that I was getting ignored. Once I was like, oh.